Hey, it's a great day. I'm Energizer, and today is day 89 on the Appalachian Trail. So let's do this. So for today, I'm taking a 0 in the town of Andover, Maine. There's 3 reasons people take 0s. This is my 3rd 0. And so I've taken 1 for each reason. First reason people take 0s is personal. You know, nothing to do with the trail. They just need to do something. You know, they got to attend a family emergency or, you know, go to a wedding or something like that. In Carlisle, I wanted to visit old friends. So my first 0 was a personal 0. But, you know, every day from the start, you know, the day you start your through hike to the day you finish your through hike, every day counts. So no matter what the reason, yeah, if you're not on trail, it's a 0. So that was the first reason. And then the second reason people take 0s is logistics. You know, they need to get off the trail and they need to do something related to the trail, but it's going to take more than they can do just on a Nero or a couple hours in a town. So they have to take a full day. And when I was in Rutland, as you know, my phone needed to be worked on, and so that was a 0 based on logistics. And now being in the town of Andover, it's a rest day. Yeah, the body said it needed rest. It really did. You know, I've been really good about taking care of my body on the Appalachian Trail. When I finished the Pacific Crest Trail, I was emaciated. I mean, I had lost too much weight, and the body was broke. I mean, I was just physically done. And you know, 2 days ago, I felt like I was tired, and I was like, man, I do not want to walk through Maine feeling like this. I want to get through the last couple 100 miles feeling strong and get to the end. I've done a great job keeping the body healthy, and I want to continue to do that. So yeah, so I decided to take a 0 here in Andover, and it's been good. So in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reflect on a few things and cover some questions that you have asked in the comments, and I really haven't addressed in my videos yet. So I'm gonna go through that. First questions had to do with my weather window. I started on May 1st. Some people were wondering about that. Why did I do that? And was that a good idea? And so far, I really think it was. Look, I did not have to deal with any real hot days. You know, just one hot day in Georgia, and that was it. So the whole month of May, I did not have to deal with freak weather in the Smokies, which seems to be a place that can happen. It was cool in the Smokies, but I didn't have to deal with that when I first started out. I had warm weather all through June, but it wasn't hot at any time. And then in July, I only had one day that would be considered hot. And in fact, it turned out to be not that hot because the clouds came in and it rained that day, so it cooled it all down. So I really haven't had to do with really hot weather. And now I'm in Maine, you know, and it's not that, you know, so I didn't have to do with adverse, you know, cold weather, snowy weather, that sort of thing. And I didn't have to deal with really any hot weather. At the same time, I chased the blooms all the way through Georgia, up through Vermont. I got flowers the whole way. Plants bloom based on their latitude and altitude. And as I was going up in latitude, I chased the bloom. So it was really, really pretty. I think I did really good as far as that. And the bugs. I missed a lot of the bug season, which comes out earlier, and then things dry out and you get less bugs, less mosquitoes and that sort of thing. And I haven't had that many bugs. Not that much at all. I think I missed it. And supposedly I missed the black fly season here in Maine. We'll see. We'll see. But supposedly I've missed it. It was all in June. Now it's late July, and I'll miss that. So I think I really picked an ideal weather window based on what I thought I was going to walk the whole trail in. Now, somebody else, I get it. But for all the people that wrote in and said, hey, Mike, you're going to die of the heat, show me the heat, because I didn't get it. Show me the heat. Now, with that said, I said in my first video that I am more tolerant of the heat. An example would be when I got to Pinkham Notch a few days ago and had a great lunch there at the visitor center, and then I was going to head up the Wildcats. You know, it was midday and I was just cooking along, and I asked a friend who I'd been hiking with for a couple of days. He was sitting there at the visitor center. I says, hey, you know, are we gonna, you know, you gonna get going? And he said, no, it's way too hot. I know. I says, I'm just gonna sit here and maybe I'll hike later on, but it's way too hot. And I didn't think so. I know that my body's more tolerant of the heat. So yeah, you know, and now I'm in Maine. The nights are cool, you know, they're cool. So for all those people that said, hey, I'm going to die of the heat, you know, I'm ahead of the March bubble. You know, now I walked through the bubble, all the way through the bubble, and now I'm ahead of the March bubble. It's just behind me, from what the hostel owners are telling me. I'm just ahead of that. And so if people said I started too late, what do you tell people that started in March? You know, they're behind me. So, I mean, what are you going to tell them? So, yeah, I think I picked the ideal weather window based on what I thought I could do and did while I was hiking the Appalachian Trail. So, worked out for me. One of the other topics people have been asking me about is ticks. Ticks seems to be a fear on the Appalachian Trail. Getting ticks, getting Lyme disease. And to be honest with you, I haven't had a single tick on me. And not embedded, not crawling, not nothing. Now, with that said, sometimes I'll feel something on my legs or arms or something like that, and I'll just reach down and brush it off and just keep going. So I might have had a tick on me. I just didn't know it. You know, but I have never seen a tick on me. I've never had it embedded. I've never had it crawling on me. And I attribute that to 3 factors. And luck. There is an element of luck. You could do everything right about tick prevention, still get a tick, still get a Lyme disease. But I attribute it that I have not had an issue at all with ticks for 3 reasons. First one is I treated all my clothes with permethrin before, and my equipment with permethrin before I started. And permethrin helps, you know, ticks don't like permethrin. So I think that helped. The second thing I do is, and you see me do this, I sit down on my Tyvek ground sheet. Whenever I'm going to sit down, my Tyvek ground sheet comes out. I don't sit directly onto the ground. And so that creates that barrier. So the ticks can't, you know, crawl onto me, along with other bugs can't crawl on me. It creates that barrier. And it's not only for ticks. One thing about the Appalachian Trail in regards to the Pacific Crest Trail, the Pacific Crest Trail is dry. It's dry dirt. The Appalachian Trail is always damp. So if you sit down on anything, you wind up with mud butt. And so just being able to sit down on the Tyvek ground sheet or any kind of ground sheet or something prevents me from getting mud all over my bottom, and because I spread it all out, it prevents any bugs from getting on my legs or anything else like that. And I think that helps as well. And then the third reason that I think I'm less susceptible to getting ticks on me is I shave. And to be clear, I don't actually shave on trail. I shave when I go into a hostel or a hotel or something like that and have running water or take a shower, that sort of thing. I do shave at that point. And to clarify a little bit more, although I have not participated in a race for quite some time, I still maintain triathlete grooming standards. Which means when I shave from my nose to my toes. So getting past all the social awkwardness of shaving the body. What does it mean for a thru hiker? Well, let's face it, hair exponentially increases the surface area of the skin. More areas for dirt, oil, grime, anything else to accumulate on the skin. So the less hair, it's just easier to stay clean. And then from a tick perspective, it's really hard to crawl up legs or arms that don't have hair on them. And if the tick were to crawl up, it's much easier to feel that, be sensitive to that, without any hair on the legs or arms. And then where ticks like to, as we know, they like to embed and bite and that sort of thing. Well, for me, there's no cover and concealment. So, makes it easy to find. So I have not had any ticks on me. I have not seen any, haven't bitten any. And so those are the 3 reasons. And again, there is a certain amount of luck. I got that. Some people just happen to get bit and they get a tick and they get Lyme disease, and it's very unfortunate. But those are the 3 reasons I think helped prevent me from ever having a tick, as far as I know, on the body the whole time I have been through hiking the Appalachian Trail. So like I said, I took a 0 today. I don't like zeros. I don't care for them because I think it can mess with the head. And you can think about all the things that you're missing. But for this 0, it's kind of the opposite. I know I'm sitting in Maine right now. I know my thru hike is very soon going to come to an end. And what I'm experiencing right now is going to be over. And so for this 0, it's been quite a lot of reflection about, the incredible experience I've had on the Appalachian Trail and what I have just absolutely been able to enjoy and love while out here, and the people I've been able to meet. And it's been so incredible. I've been very fortunate. The body's feeling good, I want to finish strong, and I want to go through the rest of Maine feeling strong, so this 0 was needed. I'm going to be back out on the trail tomorrow and ready to knock out the last about 250 miles and get this baby done. It's going to be great. See you tomorrow.